Hey guys, welcome back to our show again. Today we have Rex with us again from Mavan Capitals. And today we will go a little bit into comparing investing into private technology opportunities, comparing to investing into already public traded technology companies. So Rex, can you let us know about the comparison between the two? Why invest into private companies compared to, I could go on my exchanging platform and invest into Tesla or Google or Apple, other technology companies?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question, and one we get a lot. Being in the private capital markets, number one, it's just not known a lot. So people are like, why would I invest in something on the private side when I can go to my bank or do it online, as you mentioned, Stanley? The short and the simple answer to this, it's our ability to enter when we enter. So when you invest in Tesla, as an example, and you're talking, thousands of dollars for a share and valuation is skyrocketed through the roof, your upside potential it's still going to be a phenomenal opportunity. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing that it is not wonderful about Apple or Tesla. But when you look at it from a private equity investment, and when we're getting into these investments is really where you see that upside. I'll give you a little bit of an example. See if this works, Stanley, and if not, then we can try to attack it from another angle.
Sure.
SaaS platform, so software as a service. This is something that you would pay for on a monthly, quarterly basis. So a recurring revenue model, phenomenal opportunity, something that we really like.
Yeah.
Salesforce is an example of what people, when they talk about that. On average, in 2020, the resale, so somebody that had taken a SaaS platform and sold it to somebody else, it was 15.9 times the multiple of what.
Sorry,
15.9.
15.9.
Yeah, which is
multiplier.
Yeah, that's a massive multiplier.
Wow.
Now think about your dollar in when you're an early investor. So you come in on the private capital side, and that valuation, I'm making these numbers up, that valuation for the company was $1 million. Mm-hmm. And then you see the valuation skyrocket to using like the Tesla numbers and hundreds of billions of dollars, right? That valuation is massive. So being involved on the early stage, that earlier levels, not necessarily just the seed level, but the growth potential phases of these companies, your upside is going to be much, much bigger. And you typically don't get to access these companies unless you know somebody or unless you have the ability to be involved in that inner circle. So we can all invest online, right, and that's open to everybody. When we're talking about the opportunities that we're bringing to the private space, you're not going to be able to access those yet. And when we do, it's probably a little bit too late. Is that a little bit long-winded, or are we getting?
Yeah, no, I feel you, because this year, so 2020, there were a couple large companies that get listed on IPO, which I really like. There's one company, Airbnb, I really wanted to get in. From what I recall, they set their share price at, I think it was like somewhere around like 60, 70 bucks. So I was willing to buy at a premium than their original listed price, but once it got on the listing, it was already traded at $100 level, and now it's like 140 already. So, as a retail investor, I can't get my hands on the original share price, let alone the earlier stage.
There you go.
Points, right?
That's a good segue and a good add-on to that. Because you imagine before that $60 or $70, when those early stage investors were in for 10, for 5.
Exactly.
Right? That's what we're talking about. When we're talking about private capital, we're talking about a barrier to entry at a much earlier stage, and having that expertise with us as an organization to be able to vet, analyze, and look at some of those companies, and to see that hockey curve go up at that early stage is something that we pride ourselves upon, and something that differentiates the stock market versus that private capital market.
Yeah, I think for the general investors, like the retail investors, I think it's like you said, we have no access to those $10 shares, for example.
Exactly. That's a great example.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the major benefits or difference between a private technology investment compared to a already publicly listed and traded company because we're trading at the current market value. So it's already, the upside's already existed. And, and we hope that keeps growing, right? Instead of
exactly
from an earlier stage, and then we capture the entire upside.
That's exactly right, Stanley. And the malleability of an early stage investment for us as investors is a whole lot more. Like, we're not waiting for that public market to keep rising and hoping the business keeps delivering and they keep evolving and they keep shares go from 100 to 300 to 3,000. We're along that lines. We're watching these businesses, helping them grow, and we can get out at any time. We can, our investors' money, if we see it jump, making these numbers up, if we see an early stage investment of $1 that we got in, and then all of a sudden we see another valuation, they do a Series C, and that's at $6, we can take part of that money and take it off the table for our investors. And there's, again, that flexibility as a private investor that you can do along that stage. And there's an expertise involved in it without question, but it's definitely a different piece to the puzzle than it would be with private, with the public market stuff. Sorry.
Awesome. That's great. Perfect. So if you guys want to learn more about private technology opportunities, investments, please do visit their website. We'll have the website available below, so you can click on, and you guys can go through exactly what Mavan Capital do on different levels of technologies and opportunities, as well as their portfolios of companies they have invested into. If you have any questions or comments you guys want to make or want to ask Rex about, please do leave a comment below. We'll definitely shoot it over to Rex, and we'll have another video up answering all those questions. So I guess that's it for today, Rex.
Thanks so much. Good talking to you again.
Awesome. Take care, guys.